Howdy folks, and it's Saturday. Normally I don't put anything out on a Saturday, but I wanted to set this aside. It's not an episode, it's just simply talking about how the mechanics are with doing tool reviews, and how is it somehow that most of the tools that come in here are good quality for the price, good features for the price, and usually have a sale price with them, and why there's like about 90% of what I show I'm pretty happy with, and there are reasons for all of that. We don't get a lot of stuff in that I give negative feedback on or something. There was one last year specifically, I keep thinking about it, that was a bust. It was like, no, don't even buy this thing. I did not like it. And there was some there was repercussions because the supplier who had sent me that tool was very upset, very angry. We lost several accounts that normally send tools into us, so it was very costly to say, no, don't buy this thing, it's a piece of junk, But I did that because I guess you could say I'm as honest as the day is long sometimes about these sort of things. And I love tools, but if they're not good quality and functional and have good features and the price is good on them, you know what I mean? I will tell you guys and say, hey, this is not a good thing to buy. And what it is how the mechanics work is to why we have about probably about 90, maybe more than 90% of what comes through here. I'm usually pretty happy with it, love the features, love showing it to you guys, say, hey, check this out, wow, this is really something. And I'm enjoying the tool, of course, and I'm also looking at the features and saying this is the sort of thing I'm looking for a good tool in features. Also, I'm looking at the price, and I'm as tight as anybody with money, very tight, and so I have to watch my nickels and dimes. And so a lot of times when I measure up a tool, it's like I've got to see the price. And sometimes, such as this depth tech that just came in the other week, is a little rotary tool. But when I saw the price for the features, I was like, man, this is a really good tool, really good deal. And I also compared it with other rotary tools, which again I do that. I compared this with other this particular machine here. I checked other CNC machines of this size, these features. And this is how I decide, yeah, this is going to be great, because when I show everybody, I'm going to feel very confident myself that this is a good item to buy. And how all this happens is, like I said, is because of that 90%. There are different tool suppliers out there, and there are different ways these tools are come in, such as this or that. And we also have contracts, and you also I don't get paid cash and go, oh, here you are, tell them it's really good, no, that doesn't work. At least it doesn't happen for me. There are a few channels out there that do tools reviews, and I know they're on the sort of on the payroll, we'll say, and I know you can usually tell by the linking and everything. It's like I know exactly who they're dealing with and what has happened, but I can't say anything or tell you guys, oh, don't watch so-and-so's channel because they bought him before he even told you about the tool, sort of thing. They don't buy me, and I generally do it this way. We have large marketing firms that sometimes deal with 50 and 100 tools. We also have companies that only maybe make a few tools, and they will contact me. And we also have companies that sell a lot of different tools, and again, they have a marketing department. And these departments, or the corporations, the companies, they'll contact me and they'll say, would you be interested in doing something with us? And it's like, well, yeah, I know the name, I know the brand name, and it's like, yeah, well, it wouldn't be a bad idea. And they'll suggest usually sometimes between 4, 6, and even 10 different tools to choose from. And I look at those tools, I look at the features, I look at the prices, and also ask them, are you going to have a sale price, or are we going to have a discount code for my viewers? Because if we do have, and everything comes together like that, okay, we are going to show this tool. And generally it's pretty exciting, because I feel that I'm, providing some information to you guys and say, hey, this is something to look at. I also look for innovation. I'm looking for new stuff. I'm not interested that much in reviewing, say, Ryobi versus Craftsman or something. We can all go to the big box store and buy whichever brand name we like. I actually I've got like 4 or 5 brand names in here. I just buy whatever's on sale. Again, money. But how that works, in some cases, other companies will give me a whole catalog of tools to go through, and I will check the features, the sale prices, and the quality of the build before I will okay it to come here to be on the show, so that I can provide you guys with what I think is a good tool and good features and what to be looking for. This was a classic right here because this was an unknown, and when it came in and I saw the screw drives on all 3 accesses, the spindle motor is really heavy, so it's really a good strong spindle. I started looking at the way it was built, and it was like, and size. Then I was worried about the price, and the price turned out to be, yeah, it's well within the reasonable range, so like good, you know, I felt good about showing this tool. This one here, like I say, was a shock, but you know, the Depth Tech for the price was like, that's a rotary tool that has a terrific, great price on it, and it turned out to be really good quality. I was really happy. It was like, yeah, this is something, you know, I feel confident to show the reviewers. We've had a few come in where we've actually contacted the company or supplier and said, we're not going to show this unless you want really bad negative something or other. We're not even going to, you know, we're not going to tell anybody this thing ever even came here in a box. You know, would you like it returned? Because we don't want it here. And that has happened only a very few times because I select what is going to come in here, and that sort of controls the tool review thing a little bit for quality and for what I'm going to be showing you. And sometimes something gets wrong, you know, gets out of place. The other thing we do have, like last year that happened, was we also have a company that we've been dealing with, and then I sort of cut them off and just said, okay, we're done, you know, I can't deal with you. But it was a marketing firm, and they carry at least maybe about a dozen really good brand names of things I would love to have in here. But they said, well, no, wait a minute, we're going to send you this laser, and you show the laser, and if we like the show, we'll consider selling you or sending you the other machines that you do want to get to. And this sort of started to get into a bad loop with them, and I got very upset with them and just decided, you know what, we're not showing anything from you people. Just, we're not dealing with you, we're not signing your contracts, we're not accepting any tools from you people. Just stop. Don't send anything, because I'm not showing it anymore. You know, it's kind of, you know, lousy way to have to live life sometimes, but I had to just put the big no, we're not doing it. And that was one of these situations, and we've had several companies like that where they kind of try to stronghold you a little bit with, well, we've got this shovel full of dog do, and as long as you eat that, then we'll let you at the candy wagon. Is my analogy, the way I used to always say it all the time, is where they're not going to give us a candy wagon until we go through that shovel of stuff. And a lot of times these were false promises, because after you did a show, they might turn around and say, well, you know, we've got another dog here, and how about you show that first, and then we'll get back to, you know, giving you some good tools that you can show your audience. Well, no, you know, that's not going to fly with me. So there's been a number of companies, even last year, the last 2 years, where I have just had to tell them, you know, no, we're not showing your tool, like, just not happening, you know. So another thing that happens is they will try to offer me incentives, like commissions or something, like, oh, if you sell these, we'll give you some kickback or something. And again, I have turned down some offers on that and just said, no, well, if that's what it takes to get that tool in here to review, then again, you know what? My answer is no, we're not doing it, you know. What I do like is when the company says, we'll send this to you, and even if you don't think something's right, let us know, and we'll try to make an adjustment or fix the problem or something. And but again, a lot of times they will say, but don't have it on the show, just let us know privately and we will make the changes, so that when the customer does order this product or something, you know, they'll get the modified one or something. And that gets a little dicey with me too, because I sort of I get uncomfortable with that, because what I like to see is what I pick, and what I pick is usually, like I said, I look for the quality, I look for something interesting or off the wall of interest, and I also look for technology, innovation. I also look for the build itself and good cable management, love that, and also look at the price. And all of it, you know. And if I tell you, hey, you know, this is a good tool for a beginner or a starter tool or something, I'm serious. I mean it. You know, we've got the 3018 here, little CNC machine. And there's a lot of fellows that have been asking about CNC machines, and I says, you know, that's really the one to cut your teeth on. And again, I had a viewer say, well, you know, we've had a lot of people get that and become discouraged over CNC machines. And I'm thinking, if they got discouraged over that little, you know, under $200, what would happen if they had, you know, $1,000 or $1,500 machine and they become discouraged? You know, and I don't know what the element is or what the cause of discouragement is. What discourages me is software. I have a lot of issues with software with these third parties, the lasers especially, because they really are dependent on light burn. There's other cheap free programs that are, you know, okay out there for it, but light burn is number one. And if you don't like light burn, then the whatever laser and whoever made it, it isn't going to matter because you don't like the software and you don't like dealing with it or something. I love the 3D printers because they have great free software, free downloads from like Thingiverse. There is lots of free software out there, and the software is good, it's easy to understand, and you can start building something right away, as I've tried to show in the past. So again, when I'm reviewing the tools, I'm looking at all that before these tools get here. Sometimes these deals are made a month or a couple of months in advance before they are here, but also they're based on I approve and say, yeah, definitely send that in because, you know, this is something I want to show. So it already has, you know, that's where it comes back to that 90% of what I show is because I think it's going to be a good tool to show, and I think it's going to have the right everything in that show, you know, to be on the show. So let's skip over to the next part of the agreement. A lot of times the manufacturers, suppliers, marketing companies, and they have their own vision of what sells a tool or something for some reason. And again, you'll notice a lot of them push people like me and say, well, you've got to do an open box where you know, do the, oh, what's in the box? You know, I don't know what's in here. And you open it. Oh, look at all the goodies that come in this box. Ooh, isn't this wonderful? And you slowly unpack the box or something. And for the rest of the video, 15 minutes, you're unpacking a box and showing them all the wonderful things that were in that box. I don't believe in that, and I don't do it, because when I'm watching YouTube, sometimes for a certain tool or something, I'm looking to see, you know, how the general reaction was with the features and things, and I'm looking for information for maybe something that I want to use on my show. And if the guy starts this open box thing up, I'll just like, okay, skip ahead till he's got everything laid out on a table so I can just, you know, what did you get with it? Okay, okay, oh man, this is the end of his show because he's now got the box open. So I don't watch that stuff, and I get kind of irritated with it, and I think you guys do too a little bit. I don't think marketing necessarily understands, you know, the mentality of a tool is, you know, oh, what's in the box? You know, forget it, you know. So with tool reviews, a lot of times I sort of let the manufacturer, let them know that we will open the box and show it to you a little bit, but we will lay it all out, show you that, and then we'll put it together real quick because we want to see the tool in action. You know, let's face it, you know, that's what I really want to see. It's nice to know that you get all these goodies in a box that you're going to assemble, and you're going to spend an hour, a day, 2 days, whatever, putting things together. But the reality is, it's the function, you know, and the application, and, you know, who is this tool for? You know, those are the questions that should be answered, and those are the things that I think should sell the product. You know, if it's a good product, good features, good price, it's like, yeah, you know, if you're interested in this sort of area of things, then go after it. And what happens, and many times has happened, these manufacturers have sent me a contract and said you have to put at least a minimum of 8.5 minutes or something to open the box and unpack it, you know, in the video. And you're like, or even worse, and it has happened last year, it happened quite a few times, they said, well, this is the title we want in your video. Yeah, you don't come up with anything. This is what we want in the video for the title. This is what you put on the thumbnail for your YouTube channel. And I have no control over that at that point. Well, I'm kind of a little bit on the artsy side of things. I like to do it my way or whatever. I'm sure everybody does. And in my opinion, a lot of times it's like, no, this is not going to help anything. In fact, it's going to make things worse for me and the show to have it on there like that. And so I have had to comply because of contracts. And again, those companies have been cut off. I don't deal with them anymore. I've just told them, there's the highway. Adios. Go pedal to somebody else's YouTube channel, supply that other man with the tool, let him show it, let him do his open box and all the usual gobbledygook junk that, that comes with that. Because to me, that's not going to sell me the tool. And it's not going to provide any information other than, yeah, there's a box full of stuff comes in the door. Whoopee, So I try to stay away from that sort of thing. And like I said, it's honest as the day is long. So it's like, if I do see something that is really irritating, I will let you guys know. And last year there was a couple of clips there that were kind of, this tool is okay, but there's, and a lot of people picked up on it right away and said, oh, he's basically not too happy with it, but he's showing it because of contract work or something. And they caught it, so there's real things that you can't hide, you just like, this is a situation. What we get in most of the time, such as this here, or the 3018 and the depth tech, and these are just things that came in the last few weeks. The tools are great. It's like good price and everything's great. So, I'm happy to put them on the show and, show them to you guys. Say, hey, look at this thing. Hey, this is pretty cool. But all that other little glitchy stuff that the manufacturers, the marketing committees, they try to hook you into something with them. It's like, Now, we do have a deal with one tool company I can think of. It's a Supplier, and it's an internet supplier. There's several, actually, that I can think of. But they, they give me a catalog, and then just give me a list and go, okay, here's the things that you can have. If you pick one of these, we'll ship it over to you, and you can do a review, and we'll take a look at your review and decide whether we want to, send anything more. Yeah, it's like, so there's still a little pressure there, a little peer pressure. But and we, I'm like, hey, this is what I want. Send this over. I want to show this thing. This thing's cool. Let's get it on the show, and everybody else can see it too. But that's the mechanics of tool review. It's like, this is what you go through. Other channels, I would love to name off all the fake, I've been bought and I'm showing you the tool, but the fact is I'm putting money in my pocket. Shows there's a lot of them out there, but I won't point any fingers or mention anybody's name over any of that. A lot of times, if you're really curious, you just take a look at the link they're using, and it's an affiliated link. And a lot of times that link will be through a corporation or a marketing company, and you're like, this guy's getting a good hard cut on every one of those tools he sells. And I don't approve of that. I just don't. But, it's YouTube. It's kind of like, the battlefield is wide open for, do whatever you like. So it's like, if this works for him, okay, have at it. The other sickening part, of course, a lot of times those people will have really high subscriber counts, not like myself. Their viewers will be 30, 80, 200,000 viewers, and it's like, this is fake, but they're eating it up, and it's a shame to see that, but it is what it is. It's just life, and it's YouTube, so let's just deal with it. It's no different than clickbait. You remember, clickbait. I try not to do clickbait. I try to always give a title that will relate directly to whatever's going to happen in the show that day. And today we're talking about how tool review works for this show. So, yeah, on a Saturday, I have better things to do, not mental health day or something there. And Monday, we've got an exciting tool coming up. So, yeah, and I'm pretty excited to have it. I approved of it, and there's going to be a sale price. So, again, it all fits with my requirements or whatever to be on here. We'll see how it goes. In the meantime, I just want to thank everybody and there's a great gang. Man, we got a great followers. great bunch that follow the channel and check up on me all the time. And usually the comments are probably 99% are usually very positive comments anyways. I notice we almost never get too much in the way of negative comments about something. There's a few that get in there, and I think it's because they either don't understand something or they've missed on something and the information, or in some cases they haven't watched the whole show to the end, so they don't know the other half of what happened during that review or something. And that's a shame, but a lot of times they'll cut away too soon. They'll, type something in on the comments and go. And those are the ones that are like, you just sort of ride with it and go, well, okay, whatever. Attention span was only good for 15 seconds and then he left, but he did leave this comment. It's like, wow. But I've got other people that will watch most of it, if not the entire show, and will leave a nice comment and say, wow, that's a pretty cool machine. They may not run up and be buying it tomorrow or anything, which is, that's up to them. That's up to you. But they understand that I'm saying that, hey, this is pretty good. Take a look at this thing. It's got some possibilities. So again, I got to thank all those viewers because they're an awesome bunch. I think we have some of the best, in the industry. Meantime, I'm going to get out of here and leave you all alone because we've got a big show Monday. And in fact, Sunday, I'm going to be assembling this thing because it's going to take too long on Monday. So we're going to jump from, the open box to the what's on the table and parts, and let's get this thing together and let's get it in action. That's the way I do it, right? I'm out of here. See you guys.